The neural interface crackled with static as Lieutenant Kira Vasquez stared at the mangled remains of her right leg. The explosion from the hegemony plasma mine had torn through her exosuit's protective plating like tissue paper, leaving behind a charred stump that ended just below her knee. The medical bay's sterile lights cast harsh shadows across her face as she processed the reality of her situation. "The synthetic grafts aren't taking," announced Dr. Marcus Webb, his weathered hands moving across the holographic diagnostic display. "Your body's rejecting every biocompatible material we've tried. The neural pathways are too damaged for conventional prosthetics." Kira's jaw tightened. 3 months ago, she'd been the fastest reconnaissance pilot in the Terran Defense Fleet, capable of threading her scout ship through asteroid fields at velocities that would liquefy most humans. Now she couldn't even stand without the support frame humming around her torso. "There has to be something," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "The war isn't over. My squadron needs me." Webb's expression softened, but his clinical detachment remained. "I'm sorry, Lieutenant. The tissue death extends too far up the femur. Even if we could attach a mechanical limb, the bone structure won't support the stress of high-G maneuvers." Through the porthole, Kira could see the distant blue marble of Earth, its surface scarred by the orbital bombardments of the past year. The hegemony's crystalline ships moved like schools of deadly fish through the outer system, their alien technology far superior to humanity's conventional weapons. Every pilot counted. Every mission mattered. That night, as Kira lay in her recovery pod, she accessed the medical station's database through her neural implant. She scrolled through thousands of research papers, case studies, and experimental procedures. Most were dead ends, theoretical work that had never progressed beyond computer models. But buried in a classified military file, she found something that made her pulse quicken. Project Chimera. A joint venture between the Biomedical Corps and the AI Research Division, developing hybrid organic-synthetic neural networks for combat applications. The file was heavily redacted, but one name appeared repeatedly: Dr. Elena Rodriguez, stationed aboard the research vessel Prometheus in the Titan orbital facility. Kira's fingers trembled as she composed the encrypted message. She had no official channels, no authority to contact classified research divisions. But she had her pilot's access codes and 3 years of accumulated favors from intelligence operatives who owed her their lives. 2 weeks later, she found herself strapped to a surgical table in the Prometheus's experimental lab. Dr. Rodriguez stood over her, a middle-aged woman with kind eyes and calloused hands that spoke of countless hours in both surgery and engineering workshops. "What we're attempting has never been done on a living subject," Rodriguez explained, her voice steady but concerned. "The neural mesh we're installing will interface directly with your spinal cord. The synthetic leg isn't just a prosthetic, it's a living extension of your nervous system, grown from your own stem cells and reinforced with programmable carbon fiber." "The risks?" Kira asked. "Total nervous system failure. Rejection cascade that could kill you. Or worse, the mesh could integrate too well, beginning to rewrite your neural pathways. You might not be entirely human afterward." Kira thought of her squadron, of the pilots who died while she lay useless in a hospital bed. She thought of Earth's burning cities and the children who would never see peace if the hegemony won. Do it. The surgery took 18 hours. When Kira finally awoke, she felt it immediately, not just the presence of her new leg, but the flowing connection between her mind and the synthetic tissue. When she flexed her toes, she could sense the individual fiber bundles contracting, could feel the electrical impulses racing through artificial neurons that were somehow, impossibly, her own. Dr. Rodriguez smiled as she watched Kira take her first tentative steps. The integration was perfect, better than perfect. The synthetic leg was responding to neural commands faster than biological tissue ever could. "How do you feel?" Rodriguez asked. Kira looked down at her new limb, its surface indistinguishable from her natural skin except for the faint luminescent tracery of the neural mesh beneath. She felt fast, powerful, and for the first time in months, whole. "Ready to fly," she said.